Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victor Ajayi, and I'll be talking about this question given to us for discussion today. And it came with five questions. One says, based on your reading of chapter 5, Elasticity, and the article above, what factor will you think determines how firms can pass on cost or retain profit shares from sales of a product when key input fluctuates? Well, technological factors of production will determine whether costs will be passed on to consumers and whether the firm will retain profit. Technology is the main operational body of a product unit. Regardless of any change in the price of inputs, technology corrects any misalignment or misgiving in the price of inputs and those of products. Thank you. And the next question is, the article above mentioned the product aspirin and coffee. Question is, A, is aspirin likely to have an elastic or inelastic demand curve? And B, is coffee likely to have elastic or inelastic demand curve? Well, I would say aspirin is likely to have an elastic demand curve. This comes, I would say, because the technological breakthrough in production of aspirin, which will make the price to be lower, and this will in turn increase the quantity demanded by consumer because it's more affordable. So this will bring about elasticity curve of aspirin to be inelastic. Coffee, on the other side, is likely to have an inelastic demand curve caused by the constant fluctuation in the, even though you produce coffee, you don't control the raw material, which is the coffee. The price of the raw material goes up and down in the market. So the price, which caused the lower drastically the price of this commodity, will cause a slight change in the amount of coffee that will be demanded by the customer. Like if the price is a little too high, then the producers will likely increase the price, which will in turn affect the demand of how many units of coffee is consumed by the consumer, and this will bring about an inelastic demand curve for coffee. Thank you. Yeah. Question number 3. It says, looking at the figure above, what do you conclude? Which demand curve, elastic or inelastic, is more beneficial to consumers in terms of decrease, and why? There are basically two types of demand, elastic and inelastic. Inelastic demand is more beneficial in this case for consumers in terms of price decrease, because inelastic demand refers to a demand which does not change more with change in other factors. Like if there is a big change in other factors of productions, like really big change in supply chains like we had in 2019, and if price decrease, and then there will be not much decrease in demand, as it will be more beneficial for consumers. Like in case we suddenly find ourselves where there is more production of raw materials and there's a growth in the market, that's the price still won't change much, because it's even more beneficial for the consumer because there will be a reduction in price. Thank you. Question number 4. It says, look at the figure above. That is those figures written, drawn in the question that the lecturer set for us. Which situation could lead to a fall in sales revenue for producers with the discovery of new technology? Why are producers still inclined to implement new technology in production process? Number 1, cost saving with inelastic demand is more likely to cause a decline in sales revenue resulting from the use of new technology. Aspiring producing firm will still choose to use new technology to avoid being driven out of the market by competing firms at the market. And my own conclusion would be that a firm that operates under cost-saving technology with elastic demand is most likely the best operational plan any producer can decide to take on. This is because even if price of commodities are lowered, the action is likely to affect all aspiring producing firms. But in elastic demand, we also ensure that the quality demanded by consumer keeps up the sales revenue of that firm. Thank you. Question number 5 says, since the demand for food is generally inelastic, which of the graphs would you apply to the market for agricultural produce? Please explain what will happen to the price and quantity. A, if there is a surge in production. B, due to poor weather or other factor, supply of crops decreases. I will choose cost-saving technology under elastic demand because then I will be assured that despite lower prices, the output produced will still find a market and a higher market at that. And when there is a surge in production under the cost savings technology with elastic demand, it means that the quantity supply will increase. Hence, a greater shift in the supply curve, causing a slightly wider drop in price. This shift in production will see to it that the demand to this food product will increase slightly, whereas price will change at a slightly wider range. In case where there is a decrease in the factors of supply, such as bad weather, like we just had in Florida, the price of agricultural produce will tend to rise slightly to accommodate the deterioration. Thank you.